Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing an additional video for Sasha for the Walking Dead TV series. In this one, I'm going to give my thoughts on whether or not I think that Holly's death in the Walking Dead comic book series will be given to Sasha. So quite a few people asked this question. I grabbed it from Nicholas Mullick, who said, Trev, Q&A, do you think Sasha will take Holly's death from the comics? And here we have Volume 20 of The Walking Dead All Out War Part 1. You have Holly, she's right here. So who is Holly, for those who haven't read the comic book series? What is her deal, and how come she's not in the TV series? Well, she kind of was, but she was killed off like instantly in Season 6. So it brings into question who is our television series version of Holly. Now, to give you a general outline of what happens with Holly in the comics, she gets into a relationship with Abraham, who in the comic book version cheats on Rosita with Holly. So in the TV series version, it seems like, at least at first, that she might be replaced by a character named Francine, who Abraham saves in a sequence where they're kind of building the wall for Alexandria there. They're extending it, right? And some walkers come in, and he kind of helps save her. He kind of defends her and saves Francine's life. In the comic book series version, that was Holly who he saved. So that kind of is the catalyst, or starts kind of the relationship between him and Holly really taking an affection, liking to Abraham, because he saved her life, which makes a lot of sense. TV series version, they gave that part to Francine, who has pretty much faded into the background now. I want to say 100%. I mean, I don't even think, was she even in the mid-season finale? I don't even think I saw her there. Maybe she was there, but I don't recall at all. Probably not even. So one of those Alexandrias that just kind of fades in. So it brings into question who will take on Holly's part during All Out War, because she has a pretty big sequence in All Out War in the comic book series, which we should see adapted maybe starting in the second half of Season 7, but most likely in Season 8. So in the sequence, and this does contain spoilers for the comic book series, you have Rick and the others who are attacking Negan, as we're starting to see the beginning of in the TV series version now at the Sanctuary. And pretty much what they have to do is, because the gunfire is attracting in so many zombies, so many walkers, Rick has said, okay, we got to leave because there's too many coming in. We're going to get boxed in. We're going to get trapped. So they all go to leave, and after they're attacking Negan and the saviors of the Sanctuary. And Holly refuses to go, so she kind of knees Rick in the nuts or in the stomach type of deal, and she decides that she's going to stay. Now, of course, a lot of this probably has to do with the fact that she really loved Abraham, and Abraham being killed off, she wants revenge for him. So she stays, and she pretty much tries to attack them. And, of course, it doesn't work out all by her lonesome, and she is captured by the Saviors. So she's kept by the Saviors, and we end up seeing her kind of come back after that. Sort of her death is kind of, I want to say, like off screen, so to speak. But we do see her used again in a pretty cool sequence that is very similar to something that happens in Fear the Walking Dead, and spoilers again, like I said, where we have her pretty much brought to Alexandria in the fights back and forth between the Saviors and our survivors, and she is kind of masked up to be given to Rick and the others, and then when she's unmasked, we find out that she is a walker. She's dead, right here. And then she bites some people and this kind of thing, and it's a pretty big deal. You have Denise, who's bitten by her, which of course also will have to be remixed in the TV series version because Denise isn't alive. Here's her. So it's a lot like Fear the Walking Dead. What happens on the dock there when they kind of give Jesse McCartney's character back to his brother Connor. Very similar to that, if you guys remember seeing that in Fear. So really cool stuff. Now, what would make us think that Sasha will fill that role? Well, aside from Francine being saved and not her, aside from that, afterwards is pretty much the same. Sasha gets into a relationship with Abraham. She's very sad that he's killed off. She has some heat with Rosita, which it seems like recently Rosita kind of gives her the nod, being like, it's cool, I loved him too, you loved him too, that kind of deal. It's cool, I don't have beef with you anymore. We both loved him, whatever. It is what it is. So, and we've seen Rosita kind of act out based on that, as well as what happened with Spencer against Negan, and it didn't work out, but she's managed to survive it. Maybe scarred a little bit, but she's managed to survive. Sasha hasn't had a chance to do that yet. So, when do we think this will likely happen? Probably season 8. But I could see them working it in as a pretty major season 7 finale type death for Sasha to be replacing Holly in the television series version, and that could work out pretty nice if they, if they do it well, which they usually do. So that's what I'm thinking, and I do think it's a great prediction from Nicholas and all the rest of you guys who think that that's what we're likely going to see. Of course, with Sonequa Martin Green's big casting for Star Trek. I do think it will have an effect. We got some other ones here. Adam Ford said they are already done filming season 7. Maybe the show kills her off in season 8. She has a lead role in a huge show, so I think she'll be gone, unfortunately. So he thinks she'll be killed off too. Wil Womack says, Trev, with the way Sasha has somewhat taken over Holly's role from the comics, do you feel like it could give her Holly's death from the comics also? Yeah, I think so, Will. It just fits so well. It's like, almost have to see it there. And so it really looks like that's what's going to happen. Facundo Lain said, when Alicia Debnam Carey signed on for Fear the Walking Dead, her character died in the 100, which was the other show she was in. And when Lorenzo James Henrie signed for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., his character died in Fear the Walking Dead. So Star Trek is going to be a show that demands a lot of time for their actors or actresses. This means Sasha is probably going to be gone soon. So, we'll see. I mean, you never know for sure, but it certainly fits as a plausible theory for sure that she could fill Holly's role. Someone has to, and, the stars are aligning similarly to how they did for Spencer before his death in the mid-season finale. So, write your comments below, guys. Let me know what you think. Do you think Sasha's going to take on Holly's role, and do you think she'll be killed off either late this season or in season 8? Write your comments below. If you like this video, please thumb it up below. You can also share. You can favorite. If you're new, you want to subscribe at the bottom left, and check out some other videos here from the channel, other Walking Dead videos, guys. So for this one today, I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, it's Trev. I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See ya.